Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 3, and today I'm going to be giving you part 11 of What If Naruto was the ultimate Saiyan. Remember to give this one to 100 likes as usual, share this to all of your friends and social media platform, and also guys, remember to go ahead and check out a brand new episode of What If Naruto was imprisoned and sealed away for 18 years over an Anime King 2, and enjoy that guys. And also over on Anime King I post a brand new episode of What If Naruto Awakened Aligard's godly abilities, so go ahead and check that and enjoy, and yeah. Stay tuned for those what ifs coming your way. I hope you guys enjoy each and every one of them. So without further ado, what is we begin this new episode? Start the intro. So the last spot we left off, Sasuke was falling as he was dropping from on top of a waterfall, as there were several individuals looking down, but a chain wrapped out and grabbed him and pulled him back to the cliff edge. A man jumped down as he scaled on top of the water as he made his way. Sasuke was taken away though as he was brought to a cliff opening, where inside was Mito and Hinata, as this was Team 7 as they were currently on a dangerous mission. As Sasuke was holding on to a small child as he was supposed to protect her. It was her mission, but this group was coming after her. As Mito felt the group coming along, as she told Hinata to stay back and protect Sasuke and the girl, while she went in her mindscape, as she spoke to the fox. She had had an encounter with the fox on the bridge when she went on the mission to the land of Wave, but now she needed help. She had promised that she would not forcefully take his chakra. She wanted to better understand him and know him. She didn't want to use him, as the fox was skeptical of that. Humans always use him for his power, but the girl was different and she proved that by begging him, as she dropped towards her hands and knees as she pleaded for him to help her, realizing that if she died perhaps he will die as well, because the seal had Minato placed on him was, well, it was able to rip him in half. The fox didn't want to chance it, so he allowed her to take his power. With that, Mito was able to hold back the group of Jonin and Chunins by herself until Kakashi arrived. With the help of Kakashi, they were able to take them down. As Kakashi was busy with the others back there, a group of Chunins had tried to separate him from his team, but he arrived rather quickly as he made it on time. It has been 2+ years since the Chunin exams of the Hidden Cloud, and Mito was now a part of Team 7. Everyone has grown. We didn't skip Naruto, who was currently making his way with Shizuka, as she was telling him that they were engaged. Well, they had fought because she thought that he was enemy, but he was not, and he had won, of course. As they arrived to where the Netsuko Kunoichis were captured, as the bandit there, a missing nin from Konoha, tried to kill Naruto, but Naruto grabbed his blade like it was nothing. As he ended up breaking it, he freed the girls as Shizuka ended the man's life, as she would not allow this unjust to go unpunished, as she killed him. With that out of the way, as Naruto gathered the Kunoichis that were from the Fire Country, as he told them all to huddle up, as he came back with a massive tree bark. It was a tree that he had completely broken out in the center, allowing all of them to enter. As he told Shizuka that he would not be her fiancé, as this is not how things go, and he would not be her fiancé because he was not a part of her religion. As Naruto took off, he flew off. Yes, he could fly now. As he made his way back to Konoha, as Hiruzen saw Naruto enter his office with the mission complete. The Chunin exams for Konoha was coming up, as Mito and her team was most likely gonna participate, given how much she have grown in the past couple of years. As Naruto on the other hand wanted to take the Chunin exams that were coming up in a couple of months. Usually, the Chunin exams were not given to Chunin at this level. After all, Naruto has only been a Chunin for 2 years and a couple of months, but he has passed the mission requirements. And his strength level, well, that was a shoe-in, so he had the perfect record to become Jonin. So Harrison told him that he would allow it. As Naruto was ecstatic about this as he made his way towards his home. As all the finances from Minato and his mother Kushina were given to them, as they had used it to build a housing with multiple rooms. Over their house was someone that, well, would have never been near in the past, but it was none other than Neri, Hyuga. The reason being something happened as we had dived into a flashback. As Naruto and her went on a mission after months of not seeing each other since they became Chunins. As she told him certain things in her waking moment about her father and why she was pushing so hard to become a Chunin, as she ended up breaking down and crying in front of him. She did not thought that he'd react this way. He actually hugged her, and he felt sorry for her. She didn't like pity, but in her clan it was never said that people would give someone a hug that easily, so it was warm and inviting. And from there on their friendship kind of blossomed. So they were friends. As Naruto was happy because Kumo ninjas were coming to Chunin exams, as Naruto told that his girlfriend was coming, as he nodded. Not even Harrison knew about this. As Jiraiya came by, he had some information for Naruto, as Naruto allowed himself to talk to the man because there was this group out there known as the Akatsuki that wanted to kidnap Mito because of the power shield inside of her, and that was a fox. But Naruto would not allow that. So yeah guys, so basically that's what I thought. You guys can switch across to place of yourself. So just to begin this new episode, we begin this episode at Naruto's house, as he was currently sleeping, until his door slowly opened, as someone crept inside. She made sure to conceal herself as best as possible, as she slowly crept towards him. Once she was close enough, she jumped, as Naruto rolled out of the way though, as she dropped on the bed, as he used her arm to pin her down. "Damn it," she said, as she glared up at him. "How do you know I was here?" "I am always prepared," said Naruto, as he let her go with a smile. As the beautiful, blonde Kunoichi looked towards him, she leaned forward as she gave him a quick peck on the lips. "I've missed you," she said. "I've missed you too," said Naruto. The person was none other than Samui from Kumo. As their relationship started out not too long ago though. Time skip. A few months earlier, after the fight between the Raikage and Naruto, the Raikage spoke into the Hokage. The fight had shown many people that this was a good sign that Konoha and Kumo could get along together. As for the stone, Onki had left without a single word, as he was pissed off. All of his competitors failed as none of them make it to the last round, not even a bit close. And his granddaughter was also defeated as well. She didn't even get to face off against Namikaze. So Onki had left as soon as possible. But Harrison and the Raikage spoke to each other, and they came to an agreement, an alliance. It took a few months for the alliance to get established. They started things out by doing missions. Missions between two villages as they combined their forces. At first it was not that easy as there was many squabble, many talks, as the villages did not work together so well. But after a year passed, the ninjas started to calm down as they realized that this will actually help them and better their villages and show peace among the nations. So officially Kumo and Konoha were allies. And Naruto was one of the main driving force behind this, because the Raikage had taken a shine into the kid. And unlike most people, even after being defeated by Naruto, he didn't see it as a loss. He just see it as a way to get stronger and defeat Naruto the next time they fought, as they became rivals in a way. So that led to and Naruto sparring most of the time. And the Raikage watching it all as you watch. Both of them push each other as they reach new heights and new levels. But at the moment though, Naruto was currently on a mission with Samui, as they were with her team as well, with them becoming Chunins. They weren't with their Jonin sensei, as Yujito was off on another mission, so Naruto was sent there to stabilize things. But the mission did not go as they expected. They were supposed to rescue a small nearby village, but things went crazy so fast, and Samui ended up getting captured. Well, it was more like she gave herself up to save a lot of people's life, the civilians of this village. The leader of this organization name was Johto. Johto was a rich man, so he had hired a faction of missing names, samurais, mercenaries to the point where he became a whole organization. He had the money to back it up though, going around conquering village after village, using those villages for their resources. Right now he was here because he was using his village for the port so that he could transport things. As Johto had Samui under his captive right now. Her hands were tied behind her back with ropes. Her legs were bound. She was bruised up badly because she had tried to fight back. Johto scoffed as he looked towards several of his ninjas that were dead. The more experienced ones had come in and subdued the girl. Johto wasn't really a fighter, he was just a business rich man. As he was admiring her blade, he smiled to himself. "Quite nice blade you have here," he said, as he looked at the blood that was on it that she had gotten by running his ninjas through. He used the tip of the blade to poke her in the shoulder as she winks in pain a bit. Her mouth was gagged as she looked up at him furiously. "Come on, don't give me that little eye of yours." As he brought the blade up towards her eye. "Perhaps I should drive this forward, so you can't look at me that way ever again." But her waver did not dim one bit. You're a feisty one, aren't you?" he said, with a stroke of his chin. "You know, kunoichis are hard to get, especially once under my complete control. I know this doctor, you see. He's able to completely rewire someone's upstairs, turn them into a perfect submission tool. Would you like to become my tool?" he asked, with a smile, as he reached to touch her face, but before he could, there was an explosion outside. As he turned towards the man that was inside. Because he was not a fighter, he often became paranoid. So he always had his man staying close to him. That is why there was over 20 plus ninjas, and not to mention some in the ceilings. These ninjas were not ordinary, some of them were highly skilled that left their village. And now they found a money goat, because Johto paid him handsomely for his safety, as long as nothing got to him. The explosions were coming from a far distance though. "It seems like your rescuers are here," he said, as he turned towards his right-hand man. "Gather the others and kill whoever is here. I'm not done with this place yet." "At once, Johto-sama." Once the man was gone, he reached down and pulled the gag from Samui's mouth, as she bared her teeth at him with anger. So feisty. But you do have a pretty face, and not to mention a rather sizable chest. Getting yourself caught like that, saving these worthless civilians' life, was your worst mistake ever. Well, you're a good shinobi, putting their life before yours, just because they can't fight and save themselves. But in this world, you should know, that was a stupid, idiotic thing to do. They were gonna die anyway once I'm done with this place. "You won't get away with it," she said. "Oh, won't I now?" he said. "And who do you think will stop me before I leave this place? No one. But don't worry, darling. You'll be coming with me." As he stepped closer, she spat right in his face. As he reached up and wiped his hand across his face, before he backhanded her, as she fell down to the ground. It was then that the ceiling was blown open as someone crash-landed inside. As they were on top of a rather large hill, Johto wondered who the hell got in here so fast. He grabbed Samui and he pulled her back as he stepped away from the dust. His ninjas moved forward until they saw something swift and dark emerge. The first one that the thing went upon was sent sailing as he broke right through the window as he fell off the tall cliff. There was no way that he was surviving the rest of them. They stood no chance. Johto did not understand. Whatever this thing was in the smoke was taking out his man with just one punch. When the smoke managed to clear, the last one got his face slammed by a boot as he cracked through the wall. As Samui smiled, "Naruto," she said, as Johto grabbed her and pulled her as he pulled her towards the cliff edge. You stay right there, he said. I don't know how you got in here so fast. Another explosion went off outside. So you have backup, huh? Well, it doesn't matter. Stay where you are or she dies. Samui, are you okay? I looked her up, but I'll be fine, she said. As Naruto narrowed his eyes at the man, you really don't want to do this. Oh, don't I now? Yes, you don't. Because if you hurt her, I'll kill you. Huh. Well, that's quite the hefty threat. But I can see that you're from Konoha. And I had some mixed dealings with them in the past. So I can't allow you to take me there. So it's either me or her. As he pushed her off, her eyes widened as she started to fall, bound and unable to get free because of her weakened state. That is when she saw Naruto dive head first off the cliff. As her eyes locked down towards the ground, she couldn't even see it. It was so far and dark. She watched as Naruto picked up speed as he glided down towards her. He caught her. The wind was so hectic that she couldn't even hear her own voice, but her eyes showed the worry and the panic that she was feeling at the moment. He placed his arms around her and placed her head against his chest as he then looked up. Suddenly she felt herself slowing down as she felt the wind calming. As she saw there was a look on Naruto's face as he was looking up, she felt them stopping completely. It was then she felt another pulse as this time they were going up. She was shocked. Were they flying? As she looked down and she saw they were going up, up and up until they were looking down at the mansion that Johto was just in. How are we flying? She said. As she had heard that the Tishikage could fly, she never knew. It actually works, said Naruto. As she looked up at him. What do you mean it actually worked? Well, at first, I had some rough crash landing, but now, it's working, said Naruto. As he realized he could utilize his ki to fly. He had a hard time trying it out at first, but it seems like he only needed a dire situation for someone that he cared about, for it to push him to fly. But it was amazing. You know, if I weren't so tired, I would have punched you over the head. I mean, you didn't actually know if you were gonna fly or not. Don't worry, I would have saved you anyway. That is why I'm not so mad, you idiot. Because I know you would. Is the civilians alright? They're just fine, said Naruto. What about the others? Oh, I took care of most of them. The weaker ones are left behind. I'm sure that Amoy and Karu can handle them. As Naruto touched back down, he's trying to run away. Go ahead. Kick his ass, I'll be just fine. I'll be waiting for you, she said. As Naruto nodded, before he blasted off. Meanwhile, Johto was running as he was holding on to a bag. As he looked behind him, he turned back as he slammed into something. As he dropped to the ground. When the hell did the wall get here? Johto looked up as he saw Naruto standing there. As Johto was shocked. Ow! As Naruto landed on his feet, as he was just hovering there. I told you what would happen. As Johto started to crawl back. Please, you see, now that you've taken care of my people out there, I can give you everything that they were earning, and I'm a wealthy, really wealthy man. So, if you get me out of here safely, I'll pay you anything and give you anything that you want. I'm afraid I don't want anything from you. As Johto managed to reach into the bag. You fool. I mean anything, I can give you an island. As he was searching through the bag. Anything, absolutely anything you want. As he managed to pull out a knife. It was a scalpel. As he placed it behind him. So how about it? Just don't kill me, and I'll give you anything. And I already said I don't want anything. Nothing more than to see you rot in prison where you deserve. You're not gonna kill me? It would be a waste, said Naruto. And besides, with all your power and your influence, being placed away in Konoha's secret prison, where you have nothing, would be a worse punishment. I won't allow it as he moved forward, trying to stab Naruto with a scalpel. As Naruto stepped to the side before, finger flicking him right in the forehead, he smashed in the ground as he fell unconscious. Once he was finished, Naruto tied him up. As he slugged him over his shoulder, He made his way back to Samui as he dropped him on the ground. Serves him right as she kicked him. "Hey, can you do me a favor?" she asked. "Huh?" said Naruto. A minute later, as a rope was tied around Naruto's waist, as Johto was connected to it. As they were in mid-air, Samui was in his arms. As the scenery looked wonderful from up here, as she looked down. "Wow, it's amazing to fly, isn't it?" she said. "Yeah," said Naruto as he glanced down as well. "The place was wonderful." "Naruto," she said, as Naruto looked down, only to be caught completely off guard when she kissed him. As he looked at her with a quizzical look. "Thank you for saving me," she said. "No problem," said Naruto. "That's what friends do." "Well, what if I want to be more than friends?" As he was surprised by that, it showed on his face as it made her giggle. "I like you, idiot," she said, as she placed her arms around his neck. As he held on to her a bit more firmly, she didn't say a word as she leaned up, as he followed the motion as well as he leaned down, as their lips connected together. Meanwhile, down on the ground, "What the hell?" said Amoy. As he looked up, "What are you?" as Karu paused as she looked up as well. "Is that Naruto and Samui? They're flying." "No shit," said Karu, as she couldn't believe what she was seeing. End of flashback. And that is how things escalated between them, as they've been dating ever since. There was only a couple of people that knew. They weren't trying to hide anything, it was just, given that they were not from the same village, they visit each other every now and then, as Naruto was most of the one to fly going there. Or she sent him a message when she was on a mission, and he flew out to meet her. But they were not constantly in the same area, something that saddened her a bit. As Naruto placed a hand on her cheek. "Hey, guess what?" "Huh?" said Naruto. "Well, it turns out that your tuning exams will be a lot longer than ours. And I've spoken to the Raikage." "I told him." "About us?" said Naruto, as she nodded. "And he said I could stay here, as long as the Hokage permitted, and you're okay with it." "That would be amazing," said Naruto, as she smiled, a big happy smile at that, before she kissed him. A voice could be heard at the door. "You two really need to get a room," as Naruto blinked, as him and his girlfriend separated. "You know that we're kind of in my room, right?" "Oh yeah," said Mito as she looked around. "You're right." "Oh, Samui, it's nice to see you." Acting like it's the first time seeing her, and you're the one that let her in, said Naruto. "And how do you know that?" "How else did she got in here?" "Thought it would be a surprise for you," said Mito. "Hey, let's eat." "You cooked?" said Naruto, as she nodded. "Hopefully it's not a experiment this time," said Samui. "You almost killed me the last time." "How much time I have to tell you? It was an accident." "Are you sure?" "You know that some sisters, who grew up very close to their brothers, doesn't want another woman coming in their life, so they plan to kill them. And well, you almost killed me." Mito sighed. "How much time do I have to tell you guys? It was an accident. I was just trying out some new recipes." Mito was a good cook and Naruto knew that, but sometimes she liked to quote-unquote experiment with her cooking. And she made some things that could actually kill you, seeing that she almost killed Samui. And she claimed it to be an accident when they started dating at first. Mito didn't seem to get along with her, but now they became good friends. "And besides, we're good friends now, so why would I try to kill you?" "So you did try before," said Samui. "Of course not," said Mito. "Come on," as she brushed her off. With that, they got out of bed. Well, Naruto to be exact, as he got washed up and fresh. He then came downstairs when he did, as he saw pancakes. As he checked them over, he also sniffed it. "She's right," said Samui. "These are good." She did not try to experiment this time. As Naruto glanced over towards the bin, where he saw many blue and black pancakes inside, as Mito shut it rather quickly. "What's that?" said Naruto. Oh, nothing," she said, as Naruto gave her a curious-eyed raise, as she simply smiled. Yes, she was trying to make some different flavor pancakes, but they didn't work out so good. So she made these ones instead, for them to eat. As she smiled, they ate peacefully. "So," said Naruto, "children exams are coming up." "Yep," she said, "and I'm pumped and ready for it." There will be no repeating or starting over. I, Mito Uzumaki Namikaze, will become a Chunin on my first try, just like you, big brother, she said. Well, I'm counting on it, said Naruto. Hey, what about me, said Samui. Well, you're good, but come on. We all know that my brother is just awesome. As Samui simply laughed at that. At first, their relationship was strange to her, because she had a brother. His name was Atsui. Atsui and her did not act this way at all. Yes, they were brother and sister, but they did not act this way. She had even told Atsui about Naruto because they were not that close. They didn't actively go out and seek for each other when they were not here, or cook for each other like this. And she realized that this was just close family bond. Her parents died when she was younger, and she did not remember them that well. In a way, she was similar to Naruto and Mito, seeing that her brother Atsui was bigger than her. Well, he was 5 years older. But he was different, and they weren't that close. So they did not share that much. But she still cared about her brother, and she was sure that he cared about her as well. As she ate the pancakes, time skip later that day, as Mito was currently making her way. Kakashi, like always, was always late in certain areas. He had yet to give them the form for the Chunin exams that was right around the corner, as she knew that he was going to give it to them today. That is when she saw, "Hey, Kono," she said. Her name for Konohamaru as he and his team was trying to hide from her. As Konohamaru came out of his hiding spot, as he was using a blanket over a fence, but their feet was poking out. "How do you know that we were there, boss?" "Your feet was poking out. I told you that we need a bigger cover," said Mogi. "Yeah, Mogi was right," said Udon. "Hey, where's leader?" asked Konohamaru, as that was their name for Naruto. Mito was the boss and Naruto was the leader, as they know them from they were young. As Naruto had helped them physically, but they were too small to really benefit from it. But they were stronger than all the kids in their class though, seeing that they were able to jog and not to mention do a few push-ups. But nothing that would push them over the scale of being genuine level. They were still just at the academy. "Hey, how about you teach us a brand new jutsu today?" "Sorry, Kono, but I'm gonna go meet up with my sensei. Guess what? I'm gonna take part in Chunin exams." "Whoa, so that means by the time that we're out of the academy, you, our leader Sama, would be a Chunin, and you can be our Chunin sensei." The kid's eyes were wide. "Yeah, that's right," said Mito, as they start to bounce around and cheer. "Why are they so excited?" to the voice. As the group turned to see Sasuke gave them a small smile. He had changed over the past couple of years. It wasn't like he was always vengeful, but Mito. Since his parents were taken away from him, Mito was always at his side, and Naruto had been there as well. They showed him what it felt like to have a family again. As Sasuke was more warm and inviting, not to mention he had good friends. "Where's Hinata?" asked Mito. "She said that she will meet up with us shortly." As Sasuke nodded. "Sasuke-san," said Konohamaru, "how about you teach me a jutsu as well, huh? I heard you're pretty awesome," said Konohamaru, trying to stroke his ego. "Oh, is that so?" Sasuke said. "Well then, what do you want me to teach you? How about one of your most awesomest jutsus, like a massive fireball that turned into a dragon, then split into 4 dragons, then converge and twist and turn back into 1 dragon?" "Is that even possible?" asked Mogi. "Not sure," said Udon. "Boss-sama, is that possible?" Maybe," said Mito. As Konohamaru's eyes went wide, "That was really possible?" "Alright then, teach it to me," he said. "I'm sorry, but I don't know that." "What? But you said..." "I didn't say I know that." But... "What?" said Sasuke. As Mito started to laugh. "What have you been telling them?" "She told us to call you Dot Butt because your hair is shaped like a duck butt." As Sasuke's eyes started to twitch, the kid started to back away. "You better start running," said Mito. "What? Is he angry about me calling him Duck Butt?" Konohamaru turned as he saw the wicked gleam in Sasuke's eyes. He ran, as Modon and Moge ran after him as well. It was just habit. As Sasuke chased after them, it showed how much that he has loosened up and opened up. as Mito ran after them as well, a smile on her face. Until, ow! As Konohamaru hit into someone by accident. Hey you little punk, you should really watch where you're going. He put me down, said Konohamaru as a guy was holding on to him. As Sasuke came to a stop. Hey, put him down, as the two other children shouted. Who are you, said Sasuke, as he looked towards the ninjas. No one that should worry you, unless you get in my way. But first thing first, I'm gonna teach this brat a lesson, said the guy in the black bodysuit, as he raised his fist until, whoa, he's fast, said Temari. As his fist was grabbed, Kankuro turned his gaze towards Sasuke. I wouldn't do that if I were you. Now, put him down, before I make you. Yeah, kick his ass, said Konohamaru, as he was still being held in the air. Huh. Do you really think that you can? As Mito arrived on the scene. Hey, what's going on here? Nothing to concern you, said Temari as she stepped forward. Your friend here has just gotten a little interaction with my stupid brother, but I'm sure that we can solve it out. Hey, I'm not stupid, said Kankuro. Kankuro, put the kid down. Remember, don't start anything stupid. She will not be pleased. As Kankuro glanced towards the kid and glanced towards Sasuke. Kankuro, a feminine voice said. As the group looked around, Mito looked up, as it was a girl. Red hair like her own. She had the kanji for love on her forehead, a gort of sand on her back. As Sasuke looked up, as Kankuro stepped away as he put on the small child in his arm. Sahara. Before he could say anything else, what were you doing? Were you causing problem for our village already? I told you, not to do anything stupid. Are you going against my orders? No, you see, be quiet. The next time you do something like this, I'll kill you. As the girl known as Sahara came down the Sanson's chin, as she glanced over towards Mito. You, what's your name? It's not polite to ask someone their name without telling yours first. Very well. I am Sahara, of the desert. Who are you? The name is Mito Uzumaki Namikaze. As Sahara smirked, will you be participating in Chunin exams coming up? Yes. I look forward to seeing you there, said Sahara. As Mito looked over the girl, as she turned and walked away, come, as her siblings followed her. That was weird, said Sasuke. You're telling me, said Mito. Time skip. Hiruzen looked at Naruto. So you want this job? As a Chunin, you never took these jobs before. Why now? It's quite simple, said Naruto. I just want to be helpful. Are you sure that you don't want to spy on your sister and our team to make sure that you're okay? Of course not, said Naruto. I have full confidence in our skills. And yet you want to take up this job as helping proctor for the second phase of the Chunin exams. It's quite uncommon of you. Come on, old man, said Naruto. I'm just giving a helping hand. Hiruzen sighed. Fine, he said. Now, the other reason why you're here. Yes, said Naruto. About Samui. Samui? Oh yes, your friend from Kumo. Yes, actually she's more than a friend. As Hiruzen raised an eyebrow. Oh. As he was surprised at that. When did this happen? Some time ago, said Naruto. Given our different living arrangements, it's hard for us to stay in contact, but yeah, she's more than a friend. She had spoken to her Raikage, and he's allowing her to stay here for the remaining time of Chunin exams, even in the cool-off period for them to get better. So, I was wondering, are you okay with it, Naruto asks. Of course, given our relationship with Kumo is going so great, having you with one of your kunoichis would be a better boost in the friendship department. But I must say I'm surprised by this. So tell me, how's things been going? Well, good, said Naruto. We get along great. As Hiruzen chuckled, my boy, you're growing up, he said. Well, I wish you and your lady friend all the best. And I hope you have a wonderful time together. So tell me, now that you're 16 years old, Have you and her, As Naruto instantly figured what the man was talking about. No, not yet, said Naruto. Why do you ask? Well, I realized that I hadn't had the talk with you yet, and I kind of neglected my position there. I mean, I was the one that basically raised you and Mito. So it's alright, JJ, said Naruto. As Naruto realized that the old man was trying to be as kind as possible, but he was alright. I already know about that, so there's no need to... Yeah. Alright, my boy, said Hiruzen. I wish you all luck then. Does Jerry already know about this? Yes, said Naruto. He found out not too long ago. Before she came here, she sent me a letter through him. Well, don't hurt him as much. What do you mean? Well, knowing him, he would try to use this to tease you know that she's here. And I know that you haven't fully forgiven him yet. So don't really go too much overboard. Okay? Knowing you, Hiruzen said. Don't worry. He's not gonna push his luck, said Naruto. As Hiruzen sighed, my old student is an unpredictable one. Afterwards, Naruto made his way. As Hiruzen spun in his chair, it seems that Naruto was grown up, but he was 16 years old now. What was he thinking? Of course Naruto already knew about those things, but he realized that he never had a talk with Naruto because he was young for so much time and then he just blossomed and grew. And he wondered about Mito as well, but that would just be uncomfortable, as he had to find a female, a respected kunoichi to talk to her. When she's old enough. She's just a baby after all, as he could still remember carrying her when she was a baby. She's too young. As Hiruzen chuckled to himself, here he was, taking the role of a father figure. Well, those two were like his own children, even though they always called him old man. As it's been a wonder, seeing them grow and getting stronger. Hiruzen didn't know what it was, but he felt strange. Like something was gonna happen soon. Something that worried him. And he didn't know what it was. But he hoped everything was gonna be fine. Time skip. Ah, so you're Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, huh? The Force of Konoha. The Hammer of Konoha. The Wall of Konoha. You have all these names regarding strength and power. And yet it's the first time I'm meeting you. I must say, it's an honor, Uncle said, giving a rather overdramatic bow. And your Uncle Midarashi, the Snake Mistress of Konoha. As Uncle gave a bow. A pleasure to meet you, she said, in a rather jokey way. You're funny, said Naruto. I'm funny? Been told that before. Been told I'm hot, sexy, funny, cute, a lot of things. You're gonna have to work a bit more hard if you want to get even close to me. Oh, trust me, I don't, said Naruto. Wait, what? I'm already taken. Is that so? Well, figures. Although you have a strange shape here. You're kind of cute. Yeah, I would see girls chasing after you. So, you're supposed to be the helping proctor for the second phase. Yeah, what exactly do you do, said Naruto, other than give not the rules? Do we interfere? Well, not if things don't go out of hand. What do you mean? Certain times things can go unexpected. You will know when you see it. As she looked up in the sky, well, you stay here. I'll go get the kiddies. As she rushed off, as Naruto leaned back. As Samui was at the house, along with Neri. As he told them that he would come and get them once the other phase started. If there was enough participants, they would have a preliminary, which Naruto was sure that they were going to be, as there was many people here to fight. He really liked how Neri and Samui were getting along. He never thought that Neri would become one of his close friends. It was strange. But she became a close friend to him, and he became one to her as well. When you get past all the bitchiness, she was kind of nice. Some minutes later, Uncle finally arrived as Naruto got up. As he saw the teams rolling in as he searched around, it was then that he saw Mito and the others. As she was with Sasuke and Hinata, he also saw the other rookies in her class as well. As Mito saw him, and she gave him a smile. As Naruto then saw a team over to the side, there was a boy on it that looked exactly like Lee. It seems Lee and Guy had taken on a new, apprentice to join them in their work. To make it worse, he was wearing the green jumpsuit. So yeah, he was definitely a part of their new apprenticeship. Every now and then Naruto went on a mission with Lee and Guy. He rarely went on missions with Neji, but he was just stuck up in his ways. But he was kinda getting a bit more mellowed out lately, as Naruto saw him talking to other people that were not Hyugas and he was talking to them rather calmly. Well, he had to be more calm if he was gonna be a leader, as rumors were that he wanted to take the Jonin exams as well. As Mito gave Naruto a smile, as Uncle stepped forward. "Alright kiddy," she said as she gave him a smile. "Welcome to the Forest of Death." As Naruto saw the Kumo team, there was two of them. There was a team from the stand, and there was a girl on it with red hair. Same height as his sister, here, same shade. But she had this feeling. But someone else here, as Naruto's eyes scanned around as he saw someone. It was a ninja from the grass. There was this ominous feeling coming from the shinobi that seemed unnatural. It was dark, as Naruto could feel it quite well. The grass ninja saw him looking at her, as she gave him a pleasant smile, but he did not hide her intentions. By the time he refocused, Uncle was off to give out the scrolls, and for them to sign the waivers, Mito came over. "I hope you're not here to watch over me, because I'll be just fine." As Naruto ruffled her head, she slapped away his hand. "Come on," she said. "You know I'm not a baby anymore." As he simply smiled, "I'm here to do my duty as a Konoha shinobi." "Oh really?" "Hey, what's up, Sasuke?" said Naruto. "Oh, nothing much. But I know that you're here to spy on us." "What? I don't know what you're talking about." Naruto-san, "We're not children anymore, you know that, right? We're gonna become a chunin just like you," said Hinata. But as much as they grumble, "It's sweet that you're here to watch over us," she said. As Hinata had leveled out in the past few years, her confidence was skyrocketed by Mito, who always showed her that she was important and she was allowed to voice her own thoughts. And not to mention, because of them she was getting stronger, proving to her father and her whole clan that she was fit to be the heiress. As the group went and got their scroll, as they all lined up in front of their gates, "Good luck," said Naruto, as the group nodded at him, as Naruto also spoke to the Kumo team as well, as he knew most of them. With that, they made their way towards the forest, as Uncle sat down. "So what now?" said Naruto. "Now we wait." "For what?" "Snap break," she said as she started to eat dongos. "Give them a couple of hours until things get really hectic, then we move towards the tower to see how things are going." As Naruto sighed, "Here," said Uncle, "try this. I'm sure that it will cure your boredom because of how amazing it is." As Naruto looked at the stick of dumplings. Not really a dumpling fan. "It's dango," she said. "The most amazing food in the world. It was sent down by the gods." "Eat it," she said. As Naruto chuckled at her abrasive attitude, as he took it from her, as he bit and took one. "Huh, it's good." Uncle eyes widened. "Good? That's all you have to say?" "What do you expect?" said Naruto. "I expect you to be on your knees, crying, telling me how amazing dango is, and all you have to say that it's good? It's not good. It's amazing. It's the best delicacy in the entire world." "Okay, you're more weird than I thought," said Naruto. "Yes, I am," she said. "But you better put some respect on the dango's name." As she gave him a sweet smile. "Huh, it's good," said Naruto, as Uncle screamed in frustration. She was really obsessed about dango. Some time passed, as a group suddenly rushed towards them, quickly as Naruto noticed them. "Uncle-san, we have a problem." It only took minutes. "What is this?" said Naruto. Uncle hands subconsciously reached up to the mark on her neck. What is he doing here? As Naruto's sensitive hearing picked up on what she said. "You, go and inform the Hokage that we have a problem. He has to make his way to the tower immediately." As the man nodded and moved off, as she glanced towards Naruto. "There's a problem in the forest. Orochimaru the Saiyan is here." "What? Why?" said Naruto, as he knew exactly who that was. It was the ex-teammate of Jiraiya. as that was one of the main reasons why the man was not here. He was always trying to find and correct his mistake from the past. I don't know. But if he get past me, it's up to you to stop him. Let's move, she said, as the other one went on to inform the Hokage she moved in the forest. Let's try and slow him down until the envoys get here. Anko really didn't know what Naruto was fully capable of, but she was about to find out, as the both of them made their way in the forest. As night was coming down, as Naruto moved behind Anko as he took to the trees and moved as they leap and twist and jump, until Anko came to a stop, as a chuckle could be heard, as Naruto gazed focused on the man that melted out of the tree. I was wondering when you would show your face. I knew that you would come after me, Orochimaru said, licking his lips. My dear uncle, it's been a while. And you've also brought a friend. Oh, I've heard of you. New Chunin has been for a couple of years now, known as the Force of Konoha. Well, I've heard many names, all of them having to do with your strength. I heard you're quite strong. What are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be an enemy of the leaf? Walking inside the village was a big mistake. Orochimaru chuckled. I heard about your attitude, that you were a lot overconfident. I heard that you challenged your Raikage in the past. Big claim even though you lost, but still, quite impressive. Uncle threw a kuna as Orochimaru dodged as he stepped into the tree. He's mine as Uncle launched herself as she engaged the man. As Naruto watched as Orochimaru toyed with her. As Naruto watched the man, he wasn't fighting to kill, just to subdue. And he did so with a single hand sign. He messed with the mark on her neck. Now, uncle. You're too jumpy. Be more calm like your friend down there. As he glanced towards Naruto. I mean, Orochimaru blinked. As he looked around. As Naruto was no longer... Orochimaru's senses went haywire as he ducked. The air above him rippled. The force alone swung him off the tree, as he flipped several times in mid-air before landing on his feet. As Naruto held onto Anko's shoulders, as he placed her down the bark of a tree. Are you alright? He asked. Don't let him get away, said Anko. Don't worry, said Naruto, as he jumped down. What did you do to her? Said Naruto. As Orochimaru was looking at Naruto like he was something different entirely. That speed. He didn't even see him move. If his senses didn't alert him, he wasn't sure that his head would not come off. He was indeed strong, but also fast. Well, that's quite simple. I have Mark, poor dear uncle up there. So, it is up to me, whether she cries or not. So you have a seal on her of some sort, said Naruto. Yes, that's quite simple. Well then, guess I'll have to rip off your arms. As Orochimaru chuckled. You talk so calm and confident, like you can actually let that happen. Why are you here? Said Naruto. There must be a reason. Are you here to put that seal on someone else? Smart as well. It seems you work fast. But I already had it done. As Naruto narrowed his gaze on who he asked. Oh, my. The precious Uchiha that is. As Naruto gaze hardened. What? His team, expression that little feisty redhead, was more stronger than I thought. But, just like the others, they all fall. After all, they're just kids. What did you do to them? Oh yes, the redhead's your sister, if I'm not mistaken. Don't worry, they're not dead. But I had to hurt them, to make sure they didn't get in my way. As Orochimaru felt the place trembling slightly. Ah, so this is you. I must say, this is quite... He couldn't get to finish that sentence. As Orochimaru was once again taken aback when Naruto faced in front of him. He saw the after images. It was raw speed. Orochimaru brought his guard up as Naruto's feet connected. In his X-guard motion, a cracking sound was heard as the bones in his arms cracked upon contact. He was thrown through the foliage. The trees in the forest of death was large and thick, and he broke through at least several of them. He came to a stop, shock on his face, as his arms dropped to his side. He looked as he had to move as Naruto's fist hit where he stood. The area was reduced to crumbles and dust. As Naruto then turned, as an energy blast formed in his palm as he fired it, Orochimaru moved as it obliterated the area. Orochimaru landed as he flashed through hand signs in his hand, healing already. Wind style. Gale palm as he released a massive gust of wind that rooted the tree barks and launched them towards Naruto. As Naruto extended both hands, before slamming them together, a wind pressure emerged that cancelled Orochimaru's technique. It actually overpowered as the snake saw him grind himself to the ground with chakra. But then he felt something above him as he looked up. As Naruto's heel was coming down toward his face, Orochimaru moved, but he was not fast enough to get his whole body out of the way. As Naruto's boot crashed on his shoulder, his knees buckled. As his knees crashed into the ground, breaking through it, as Naruto grabbed him by the face and lifted him off the ground. But Orochimaru melted into mud. The real Orochimaru emerged from behind Naruto with the Kusanagi, ready to pierce him right through the heart as Naruto turned. 2 fingers. As Naruto blocked the thing from stabbing him in the chest. Orochimaru pushed forward with strength, but yet Naruto did not budge. As Naruto yelled, as a primal energy exploded from him, his whole body got covered in ki as he wrenched the sword out of Orochimaru's stomach, tearing it out of a snake's mouth that came from Orochimaru's mouth, before he spun and did a brutal kick to the snake on his face. As Naruto grabbed the blade before twisting and throwing it, the thing teared through Orochimaru's stomach. As the man crashed into a tree as he was pinned to it, as Naruto held both hands in the air, 2 massive energy balls formed. As the area started to get bright as Naruto slammed both of them together, creating a larger one, Orochimaru looked up. Yes, he was not fighting at his full strength, because this was just a test run. But he was surprised how strong Naruto really was. He didn't expect him to be this powerful already. Well, this so surely couldn't be a hindrance in his plan. As he looked up towards a massive energy ball, he's never seen someone mold chakra like that before, able to twist it and use it that way. And also, shit, Orochimaru said, as Naruto threw it. But guys, be in subscribe right here. If you want to see next parts and do, like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notifications they posted. Remember to share all of your friends in social media platform. But for now, see you guys soon. Peace.